Hi, this is Brittany Holmes. I'm going to be speaking with Miss Burton today, and we're going to be talking about her scores. Eighth grade received their scores back, so that's what we're going to talk about. Here we go. Hi, Miss Burton.
Hi, Miss Holmes.
All right, so we are looking at our data, pretty good. So that's marketing. Any surprises? Anybody who just jumped out at you and you were like, "Oh Lord, he actually passed the test."
It was actually quite a few of those. There was someone
okay.
who was just like, "Oh my goodness!" I was like, "This." I wish there were some kids I was pleasantly surprised. There was a girl who told me she was like, "Miss Spring, I've never passed the STAR test before."
Oh,
So it was nice.
okay, so that was a good thing. I like it. Anybody you were like, okay, they just fell a little short, and you were like, okay, you gotta work on some interventions with them.
Yeah, there was one girl. I was really I felt disappointed. I mean, I know you shouldn't say that you're disappointed, but I was really disappointed because she didn't pass, and last year she not only passed but she exceeded.
Okay, so that's where I was gonna go next. We're gonna talk about those progress measures. Have you looked at the students who did not pass, who may have passed last year? Because I know that, your campus initiative was to grow the students by progress measure. Did you look at those? And maybe we have to actually work with those students.
Mm-hmm.
Did you identify those?
Yeah.
Are they in your wonderful intervention groups?
Yeah. Okay. We're already pulling those kids.
Okay. That works. We have about a week left, so they'll be able to take this test again. Anything else jumped out at you? I'm looking at Christopher Brown. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's on that list. He's not in the class.
Oh,
That's
okay.
everybody.
Okay. I was like, wait, is that one of your Joshua Desmond?
He just went to DAEP.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he is no longer a student. I can understand. I'm just looking at some of these scores that are just possibly not gonna make it, and we're trying to maybe look at sped opportunities and see what to do for those lovely students.
One of my SPED students passed.
That's a good thing. Good job. Because I know last year y'all had none, so that's an increase.
Yeah, it was really nice. I was like, girl, yes.
Okay. And so how many kids are bubble? That's something I know that I hadn't looked at.
Like bubble kids, like
at least
maybe
within,
they were like on the cusp.
within 3 questions, yes.
There was quite, several of them were.
Okay.
It was several kids who were like 1 to 2 questions away or within 3 questions of passing.
Okay, and so are they in the other teachers' groups, those kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They get pulled for a small group intervention.
Okay. So that works. Well, again, we enjoyed our wonderful scores. They were much better than they were anticipated.
That was nice too.
That was a great addition, top to the end of the year. And pretty much all interventions have been set. All items have been completed in terms of the work. Do you need any support from me? Anything I can do to assist you?
Well, just having you here every day is such a blessing. When you come in here, oh my goodness.
Well, I'll be here next week. I need to see what my schedule looks like, and we'll go with that. And try to make it happen for you and get some more kids growing. So, thank you for our lovely talk.
Oh, okay. You didn't want to see the lesson plan from today?
Sure, I'd love to see it. That'd be nice.
And they also gave us this that we can focus on with the kids.
Okay.
It is the I guess one of the actual tests. And so they said that when we have time we could focus in with the kids on these questions. Okay. So we did receive this today.
And so how did they identify that these were the questions they needed? Did they look at the item analysis or?
This was a list that was given to me, and they said that you can go over it with the kids when they have it. And so think this was an actual test because kids recognize some of the questions on there as questions they struggled with on the test.
Let's see. Oh, okay, so yeah, it looks like it came from the parent portal. I'm looking at it. If you look, it came from the Texas Parent Portal. So they probably gave some sample items. It may not have been the exact test, but it was some sample items that they may have needed. It's a good tool. I would actually use it to kind of assess the specific needs. So if you go back to your report and see what categories they need, then I would have them do the questions from those particular categories that they actually need. Because if not, you're just going to work with them blindly.
And so this is what the students did today. And so they were going over, there was a few different things. They went over slope and y-intercept, but they also did Pythagorean theorem.
Okay.
And so some kids struggled with, just identifying 2 points on the line with the slope, or seeing it with different representations. And then with the y-intercept, how to look at the graph and
find the y-intercept.
as opposed to plugging in points, which I thought was kind of weird.
Okay.
And so we went over these.
In your teacher station.
In the teacher station. And so this was their Pythagorean theorem activity, where they just, I had them label the legs and the A, B, C, and identify it. Just write the formula down each time. And this was more of the slope and y-intercept questions, but in word problem format.
Okay, yeah, when I was working with Kiana, I noticed she kept inverting the slope and the y-intercept, so I think that's something that maybe we can work on again next week, even if it's in my station, because she just could not remember. She knew how the actual value,
but she didn't know which one.
She didn't know which one was which. She knew how to find the slope, but she didn't I don't know if it was a reading issue, but she knew how to count and find the slope. She just, it may say the y-intercept is 1/2, but the slope was really 1/2, and she just kept selecting the wrong answer. So maybe that's something we can work on with her. Was she in that past school?
Kiana Andrews, no.
So she, okay. I wonder why they never put it in my group. Or is she in your group?
I'll let her come too. She's supposed to be in
Okay. Yeah, she can come in my group.
But and another thing they struggle with, because I know we're so close to the time when they're supposed to take the test again. If it's still good to teach them by hand things, or just let them use that calculator, just go straight to the calculator.
Well, I would say both, only because in this issue, like what she was experiencing, this was a vocabulary issue. This had nothing to do with not being able to do the algorithm side of the work. It had to do with her vocabulary. So one thing you may want to include in your station, or I may can do it in mine, is we may do like prayer models, or do some kind of vocabulary activity to reinforce the vocabulary for this particular section, because that was her struggle. Her struggle had nothing to do with the math, and it was just all about actually piecing the numbers together with the vocabulary. Okay, and so then, okay, and so I'm noticing, and I know this is not on you because your campus creates these wonderful exit tickets. They wouldn't know the answer to that one unless you taught them x-intercepts, because that's for the x-intercepts. So I think they may have.
Yeah, they will know that in 8th grade. Because I didn't teach them about the x-intercepts.
Yeah,
I'm only talking about finding the y-intercepts.
This is a lovely creation of your campus, so you're following the directive, and that's okay. We're gonna follow it, but we just need to kind of update the kids so they'll be able to be successful on that particular item. And then you did functions. When did y'all do this one?
They did that, so in their small groups today, they concentrated on functions.
Okay, and then I still see the slope. And so was this an activity on the back that they were supposed to do? What was that?
I'm not sure how they did it. So this is the activity that they worked on when they were pulled to go to another teacher.
Okay.
And so this is the material that they provided for the students.
Oh, this, I see what it is. They were supposed to record their answers here, but they allowed the kids to work here. Okay, that works. And so, are they gonna, I guess, continue working on these sections that they didn't finish? 'Cause they just, or was it just too much?
They only have a set amount of time. I think they get pulled for maybe 30 minutes max.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, I guess, whatever they can complete within that 30-minute time frame.
Okay. Okay, well, looks like their stations are good. Where are we going next? What are our next steps? So,
Well, I'm in the midst of preparing the material for tomorrow. And just trying to make sure that it's aligned with what the TEKs are that they want to focus on for this week. They also have their program that they're using online, where I've assigned some activities for the students to do online and make sure that they're related to what we need to be focusing on.
okay, so what TEKs are we doing next week? You know that? I'll tell you. Because I haven't received that information. I need to email today.
They did an updated plan. Something. And I'll pull it up for you. So next week, actually at the end of this week. So tomorrow the TEKs are 8.5G.
So it's still doing functions, okay.
And that's all that we're focusing on for this week.
Okay, does she give you next week's?
I haven't received that one just yet.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We need to figure out what we're doing next week. That's okay, look, it's been a long week. It's been a long year. But that's okay, we keep trucking. One more week before they take that test again, so we'll be okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we'll figure out what we're doing next week and we will plan accordingly. I'm looking to see, hopefully we'll do something from categories 2 or 3 because most of the kids use 2 and 3 and that's what the bulk of their questions are in 2 or 3. So we may need to create something for that instead of doing these TEKs by TEKs things. So let me handle that. I'll go and ask what we're doing from the administration. That way we can be prepared for the next week. Because kids take their test again and they must be ready.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you. Do you have any questions for me? Again, anything I can do for you?
And you'll be back tomorrow.
Yes, I'll be back
And so
tomorrow.
when you come tomorrow, can I sit with you and look at what you're modeling for the kids tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am. We'll go over that together. All right. Thank you, Miss Burton. I'll see you later.
See you later.